If you want haters, I don't know why you would want haters, but if you do, baby, this is the trick. Y'all ready? You gotta love yourself. You have to love yourself. Listen, granted, you can get haters even if you don't love yourself, okay? There's some people that's hating on karmics. Like that said. But listen, when you love yourself, and I'm not talking about egotistical love. I'm not talking about cocky love. I'm talking about just confident love. I'm talking about God's love. I'm talking about you know who you are, so you ain't got to put nobody else down. It ain't even that. You get what I'm saying? That type of love. When you love yourself, when you love how you look, when you look at yourself in the mirror, when you love where you're heading to work to make your coin to survive, that's when the haters start to come, y'all. That's how you get the real haters. Because the people that's hating on you when you're in your karmic stages, when you're still growing, when you're still learning, when you're still hanging around people that maybe is not going to be like forever friends, still learning about friendships, okay? Still learning relationships, all right? You in this relationship, you in that relationship, you moving around, you ain't in relationships, okay? Maybe you only had one serious relationship, maybe you never did, or maybe you have many relationships, that was serious. You can be considered in your karmic stage because you're still learning things, okay? You can have gone through a lot in your childhood, and it's a lot of people that you're trauma bonding with because you have similar things that you went through, and this is how you leached on to these type of friends or these type of relationships or even these type of careers. When you feel like you don't deserve more, you settle for BS ass jobs. You're not getting paid as much as you probably should, okay? That's why when you love yourself, the haters start to really come out. Okay, if they was hating on you before, baby, they really gonna hate on you now when you love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you don't play about yourself. All right. You have standards. You have boundaries. All right. Love without boundaries is manipulation. This is why you were considered karmic or bad, or you were just unhealed in the past because people probably manipulated you. You probably manipulated people because you did not have boundaries. They did not have boundaries. You guys were very codependent or needy, wanting things from one another that you couldn't even give yourself. That could be one thing that I'm just saying. All right. But when you love yourself enough to pick the best partner, to not even entertain people that's not giving you what you know that your body, your soul, your heart really needs. What's the point of entertaining it? Once you see that this is not what it needs to be for you in your life, what's the point of even entertaining it still? That's you staying in your own mess. When you love yourself, you put an end to it. You notice it. Okay, because of your discernment. When you love yourself, you trust your discernment. You're not looking at it like, oh, it's whatever, just a coincidence. No. You trust yourself. You trust your intuition. You trust that the universe is giving you signs to help you throughout your day-to-day life. When you love yourself, you're going to reach for the stars when it comes to a job, a career, a salary, whatever it is. A business that you're working on. You may love yourself so much that you boss up too hard. Okay, probably needed a hug, but you locked in instead. Probably needed a hug, but you bossed up way harder. Y'all get me? That's when you truly love yourself. Because now everyone's seeing how you love yourself and how you're elevating in your life and how you're very, 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 they'll say picky, because you cannot be the same as everyone when you love yourself. You can't. You do got to have an acquired taste. All right. You are part of the acquired taste committee. You get what I'm saying? You can't go around the same places and entertain the same type of people and do the same things that you once did in the past. You have to have standards and boundaries when you love yourself. Because if you don't, now you're in some mess. Now you're fighting. Now there's shootings. Now you're running for your life. Now you're trying to escape because this friend was disloyal, but you already seen it coming. Now you trying to escape because this man done cheated on you or a woman done cheated on you or it's just not giving what you thought. But you already seen it coming. When you love yourself, you see it coming from a mile away and you get the fuck running. When you love yourself, when people start running, you run too. You ain't sitting around trying to figure it out. When you love yourself, you looking in the mirror and you taking care of yourself. We not nitpicking everything that God done made different about us, but we're learning to love these different things about us. And if it's things that we can change and things that we can control, like our weights, right? We can work on that. Or if it's bumps and acne, we can work on that. We can take steps. It may not be results the next day, but it will happen. When you love yourself, you're going to devote. You're going to be dedicated to get it done. Because if someone else did it, you're going to know, listen, I love myself enough to do it too. They did it, I can do it. That's what happens when you love yourself. When you love yourself, you don't think small. You're like, there's no way I'm in this situation. I don't need to be in this. You know what? This is going to be the last time I'm going to be in this goddamn situation. I'm going to figure out a new situation. That's what happens when you love yourself. All right? And when you start to be in this energy where you are loving yourself, people will see, because again, you're not going for everything. You're only going for specific things. You're moving in a specific way. You're not hanging with everybody. You're not going where everyone is going. Okay? And people notice this. And this is why the haters will start to form. And they will start to say, oh, you think you're better than us. Oh, you think you are better than me. I'm not better than you. I'm better than who I used to be. That's the problem. They don't love themselves. So they looking at it like you're offending them when it ain't got nothing to do with them. It was all about you versus you. You get me? Clock this, y'all. But someone that doesn't love themselves, they're going to look at it as you're targeting them. You're making them feel small because of what you're doing in your life. But you just continue to love yourself. That's not your business how they feeling over there. It's really not your business to make people love themselves. People got to be sick of their shit. If they're not sick of it, you can't make them sick of it. You can make them sick of you because you keep trying to tell them to change and do this. And now they tired of your ass. They don't want you around. Now you annoying you aggravating them because you trying to change them. They got to be sick of themselves. All right? You walk away because you love yourself. Let them sit alone. Let them sit by themselves, okay? Eventually, one day, something might click in their head if they have a light bulb in there. If not, you will know. You should be happy to know that you left that bitch alone. They ain't got no light bulb in there. They never got it. They never understood. Months later, years later, maybe you did the right thing leaving them alone. But usually, someone that does have a light bulb in their motherfucking head, okay, in their head, if you leave them alone and go love yourself and focus on yourself, do for yourself. If someone is coming up short for you, you don't. What are we doing, baby? Give me all my change or leave me the fuck alone. You get what I'm saying? First of all, if you don't even have a change for $1, I'm not giving you my dollar. You get what I'm saying? Why would you even give somebody the dollar bill and they don't even have the change? Before you give somebody a 20, you're gonna ask them, hey, do you got change for a 20? Do you got change for a 50? Do you got change for 100? You're not just gonna give somebody, hey, give me that 100. Here's the 100. Oh, you got change for that? No, you ask them before you give it to them. Okay, so moving forward, as you love yourself, you're gonna ask before you just give things to people. You want to know their clear intentions. You want to know what's going on. Is this beneficial for my life? Is this going to help me to continue to love myself? The thing is, we get around friends, we get around relationships and people and stuff like that. We get in these careers, these jobs, these janky ass, corny ass jobs that be trying to suck us dry with these stupid ass managers and bosses, okay? And then we feel like we don't love ourselves because we don't want to do for ourselves no more. We don't have energy to do for nothing. You know, we got to push through. We got to make sure it makes sense for your life. What makes sense for me may not make sense for you. What makes sense for you may not make sense for me. That's why I got to love myself enough to know what makes sense for me. Okay? And during this process and even after the process, this is when the haters start to form because they notice that you're loving yourself a lot more. And they feel like it's making them look odd or stand out as if they do not love themselves. And the whole problem with that is that is not your intentions. Instead of them looking at it in those eyes, they need to change the eyes. Okay? They need to realize what's actually going on here. Not think that you're doing it because of them. People think shit is about them all the time. It's entitlement and it's crazy. It's literally about you and you. You're bettering yourself, and this is how haters come. Haters within your family, haters within coworkers, haters within friends, associates. Okay, they all over. Neighborhoods, schools. This is how haters form when you start to really dedicate and devote time into loving yourself and pouring into yourself and just figuring out what it is that you like. Even if it's baby steps, like you want to become more girly or more in your soft girl ever. You want to start pouring into self-love, right? This is a baby step. Go get your nails done. If you can only afford to get your feet done, go get your feet done. Next time, get your hands done, okay? And then get enough money. Next time, get both of them done. Okay, next time, get your hair done. Even if you always do your hair, treat yourself sometimes. One, I'm seeing. We have to treat ourselves. We have to pour that love, even if it's step by step. You've been eyeing some shoes. You know you really need some shoes. You deserve some shoes, but you're scared. Money's tight. You've been focused on other things. You better buy you them shoes, because when you look good, you're going to feel good. And now you might even make some more money. You're going to feel motivated because you loving yourself, because you love what you got on. This is why appearance can be important. If you looking janky and you really don't like your outfit, you don't like your weights, you don't like your size, you don't like the shoes that you got on, you don't like your hair, how your face looking, how it's not glowing, how it is, whatever. This will change your whole mood, because you don't even like how you looking. So now you're projecting and you're wondering, how do they feel about me? Because I don't like what I look like right now. So I know they don't like it. And we be dead ass wrong, because other people looking at us in a whole different way. But because you don't love yourself and you criticizing every little thing about yourself, maybe it's just that one outfit that you have on today. Or maybe it's because you just didn't do your hair how you did it as good yesterday. Maybe because you don't have no haircut. All right. Maybe because you got the wrong shoes on, or you just got these shoes and they little busted. And you over here criticizing yourself in your head the whole time. Like, I'm not even a fly guy today. Oh, shit, I look crazy. Damn, I need my hair, my nails, this. Damn, I got this pimple right here in my face. And people are meeting us, and they're not even criticizing us or looking at us like this. Whole time they a hater. Whole time they becoming a whole hater because they're obsessed or they like what they see. But we be criticizing ourselves. Why? Because we don't love ourselves. I just heard a scripture when it said, man shall love his wife as Jesus loved the body of Christ, right? Something like that. You supposed to love your wife regardless. Because we supposed to love Jesus regardless. Because Jesus loved us regardless. Y'all get me? You love your wife regardless in all stages. If she gains some weight, you love your wife. You still encourage your wife, because you know when somebody start to gain weight or somebody starts to lose weight and they start to lose themselves. Catch me here, y'all. I'm being real. They could become attitude. They could become evil to be around. They could become mean. They could become very analytical and critical because they hate themselves. All right? So you can give pointers and help someone else so that you can make sure that they don't stay in that depression and they don't project and they don't become evil and mean and all of that, right? So you can be there as a motivator to keep them working out or in the gym, walking or whatever that you got to do, eating healthy, whatever, to help them love themselves. But it's really up to them. You know, it's really up to someone being sick of their shit or just constantly loving themselves. Like, you can't just love yourself today and then hate yourself for the rest of your life. Like, no, this is a consistent battle over here. Okay, loving yourself is a consistent thing, because baby, your hair ain't gonna always look as fresh as it did yesterday. Okay, you might gotta go outside with a scarf. Okay, maybe you got a ponytail, your real hair out, you don't really know how to do it, your hair appointment coming up, or maybe your hair done grew out, you need a haircut bad. Maybe your twist is old, they starting to look like locks. Maybe you need a retwist with your locks. I don't know what it is. Your braids is old. It does not matter. Maybe your blowout is old. Mine is old. Right now, I'm looking crazy. I put it in the back in the ponytail right now. And now the ponytail looking janky. So we don't always look our 100, but you got to walk in confident and still love yourself. And know that even if my hair is in this ponytail, baby, I still love myself. And you ain't going to try me just because I got a ponytail. You ain't going to try me when I got bundles in. You ain't going to try me when I got a long braids in. You ain't going to try me when I got my motherfucking hair blowed out perfect with this bang on my head. You ain't going to try me not in the end time. I don't care. That's how much I love myself. And that's how you got to be, whoever's listening to me. I don't care if you ain't got no haircut right now. You better still love yourself. You better still walk in the room because you still woke up and chose to come outside like that. You still chose to let the world see you like that, so you better walk in that. You better own that. Don't lose your love for yourself because you looking like that. Don't lose the love for yourself because everybody got designer shoes on and you got your shoes. Fuck that. You better still love yourself. Work it. Work it, baby. Work it. I'm just giving y'all examples that's just coming up to my head. You get what I'm saying? Don't lose the love for yourself because you looking around everybody looking all that. No, baby, this is how you want to look, because if we don't want to look a certain way, if we don't want to do a certain thing or act a certain way, we have the power to control it. So if you're not changing it, you want it to happen. So if you want it, and this is very deep, if you want it to happen, you're letting the world see you as this. So you better own up to what the fuck it is that you look like. You better own up to what it is that you work for, what you do in your life, who you're in a relationship with. Own up to it because that's who you're with. Don't change it up. No, still love yourself and still own up to exactly what it is that you choosing to show the world. Because if it's something that you're not proud of and you don't like and you don't really think that you're supposed to be doing, then baby, you better change it. You have the power to change it. This is how you're showing us up to the world. Don't show up to the world like this, in this manner, in this way, and then hate on everybody or hope that nobody sees you or criticize. You criticizing yourself the whole time. We're not even looking at you in that way. But it's all in your mind. You going crazy in your mind because of how you showed up. Who your boyfriend is, who your girlfriend is, where you working at, what your career is, what your salary is, what your hair looking like. This is how you showed up. Bitch, you better own that by this time, by this point. If this is how you're showing up, own it. And I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say in this message. Those that have an ear, they're going to hear me regardless. You get what I'm saying? So if this is how you are choosing to show up, if that's the career that you're choosing to do, if that's your job, baby, hold it. Stand on it. 10 toes. If that's your spouse, if that's your partner, if that's what you're really doing, who you're doing, baby, stand on it. 10 toes. Don't start acting insecure and crazy and stuff when you getting around people. No, still love yourself and stand on that. 10 toes. If you got acne going crazy on your face, but you ain't doing nothing to change it, baby, come outside 10 toes confident in that acne. Don't start hating on people with clear skin because we're not even looking at you like that. We probably will help you. And I don't want nobody to get offensive, but I gotta be real. If it ain't real, it ain't Stone. Okay? If it ain't real, it ain't me. It ain't Miss Stone. If it ain't real, I'm just sorry. Don't go outside with that weight this summer. Mad at how you looking in your bathing suit or your bikini or your swimming trunks. And you still outside looking just like that. Baby, own that. Stand in that. That's how you outside. That's how you showing yourself to the world. So you gotta love that. Learn to love it because then you won't be so judgmental. All right? Learn to love yourself in every stage. I don't care how big you are. Baby, all I'm saying is love yourself so that you don't become a menace to fucking society. I hope y'all get me. The problem is people lack self-love, so they out here hating on everybody else. Love what you got. Love what you decided to do. Love how you present yourself. Even if you don't really think that your presentation today is 100%, bitch, you still showed up. Love how you looking. Love what you're doing. Don't hate on nobody else. But y'all, that's the trick right there. All right? Whoever this message is for, you started loving yourself big time in the way that I'm speaking about. You started taking care of your health, your wealth, your money. All right? Your living situation, just everything, your stability, baby. And this has increased your haters. The haters is coming out the ass, bitch. That ass that you had that you was insecure about, whatever you was farting, whatever it was. Maybe you had to get the colon cleansed out, whatever it was you was insecure about. Gut, big stomach. Baby, you done farted all these haters out, baby. You done burped all your fucking haters out. Because you started taking care of yourself. You started clearing that skin up, getting yourself glowing, getting ready for the summer, bitch. You know how your skin started clearing, the pores started opening up and releasing? That's your haters. Now your haters just started releasing on you because look at how you're presented now. It's always a cycle, you know? Sometimes you guys be haters, or you be looking at people like, damn, I wish I had that. I want that, hating on yourself, criticizing yourself, when it's like, all you got to do is say, listen, I don't want this for myself no more. I deserve better. I could get better, a better job, career, man, girlfriend, friends, best friend, family, whatever. Somebody learned that, listen, I can create the life that I truly want. So let me go chase the life that I truly want. Because that's self-love. That's pouring into yourself. That is. And we can't forget the physical, right? Pouring into ourselves physically. Okay? Trying to keep your hair together in a way that looks nice to you. Keeping your nails together in a way that is nice for you. Right? Your clothes presentable in a way that it looks nice for you. Some people work different type of jobs. I understand that. Listen, presentable in a way that it works for you. Okay, what work for you may not work for me. What works for me may not work for you. All right. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.